psychedelics. I mean, how possible is it to meditate under the influence of psychedelics?
Let me see if I could reframe that a little. Does your meditation practice help you as you go through a psychedelic experience? Because, I don't even know what it means to meditate. But what I do know is that if you have the meditation experience of sitting with physical pain and relaxing and softening and not being so caught, or of sitting with all the field of emotion that comes, your joys and bliss and, your grief and anger and so forth, and you've opened in some way and found the capacity of mindful, loving awareness to become present for that, to become the field of loving awareness, then that helps you tremendously in the psychedelic journey, which opens all those dimensions as well. So it can be really helpful. They're complementary in that way.
We know, Jack, that in the 5 lay precepts, that the 5th precept is undertaking to abstain from taking intoxicants. What does that mean for somebody who is a Buddhist practitioner, perhaps in therapy, it's decided they want to take psychedelics? Does that have, in your view, an impact on that particular precept?
All of these precepts are practices of liberation. They're not commandments that are written in some holy book that the gods have decided you should do this or that. They're skillful means for liberation of the heart. To refrain, the Pali version, which is probably the closest we have, who knows what the Buddha said, but it's repeated often, is to refrain from intoxicants that cloud the mind, that would lead to harm to yourself or others. Some people say that means to refrain from all intoxication of any kind. That's one interpretation. Another interpretation, also quite possible of the same phrasing, is to refrain from those intoxicants or using them in ways that cause cloudiness, that cause addiction, that cause not seeing clearly, that cause inner intoxication. And if you're taking psychedelics in the fashion to actually clear the eyes of perception, to see more deeply in a respectful way as a practice, then for people who interpret it that way, it fits fine within the precepts because it's not causing harm to yourself or others.
Thank you. What's quite interesting is that with this revival of psychedelics, that there's a lot of work into doing the preparation before you go on a medicine retreat, and after the medicine retreat, there is the importance of integration. And I know for myself that I found that quite interesting. I work in that field, and also thinking, well, actually, on silent retreats, you know, where is the integration, or where is the preparation? And just, yeah, I was just wondering that conversation of what are the similarities or differences between silent retreats, going on a 10-day silent retreat or longer, or having some medicine, doing a psychedelic retreat.
We need them both.